It looks like first we have Babylon, I think it is, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, that's the first one.
That's the
Alrighty.
one me and Esky dusted you and Jandy on.
What
Don't get me started on that.
what are we thinking of it?
S tier.
For S tier is crazy. Are we just basing it off this game, or are we basing it off like previous CODs as well?
Yeah, that's completely up to you guys.
How you want to do this, Huck? You be group leader.
Well, considering I'm an old head, I would do it based off previous CODs, but
So where do you put that map on your tier?
I think it's just a different version of like Shipment. I think it's just a chaotic map for pubs. I mean, for like camo grinding and stuff, and just XP grinding, I would probably put it at like a B tier for me.
All right.
It's not.
You know, I say put it at A between S and B.
Is that good
as,
with you?
as, yeah, that's fine. But S tier is crazy.
I mean, all I gotta say is that's the one me and Esky, demolished you and Randy on, so it has sentimental value.
Alright. Next, I think is Bounty. You see, I haven't played like Black Ops 6 since like 2 months it's released. After that, I kind of just like died off for me. So I'm gonna
Yeah.
struggle with half of these maps, and if I don't know any of them, I'm gonna be asking for help.
Well,
You're good.
Bounty was just now put in the ranked play like a couple weeks ago,
Yeah.
and I hate it. I can't stand it.
All right.
It's nothing. I mean, there's no ARs. It's 4 subs on the map, and it's just another chaotic ranked map. I'm putting it at D for me. I hate it.
I'll agree with that one. It's a bit of a chaotic one. If you're playing quick play, then it's a lot better because it's you're playing against worse players. But whenever you play with any people that have like any sort of competitiveness to them, oh my goodness, it just gets chaotic. It's not good.
So
Like,
next we got.
there's-
Oh, continue.
Oh, I was just saying, there's chandeliers in that freaking map that you can jump on and
Oh
run across,
yeah,
and it's so annoying.
right by P1 too.
Yeah.
But next we have Dealership.
It's another one they added with Bounty for freaking ranked. I don't know what they're thinking, honestly. I don't find it as bad as Bounty. I'm putting it at C for me. It's still not a great map. It's very close together unless you're in like each spawn. But it's still like mainly 3-4 subs on the map with maybe 1 AR on certain hills.
All right.
I agree with the C take. I agree with the C take.
Alrighty. This map, is it Deerelect or Direlect? I'm not sure.
Deerelect, yeah, I'm
Deerelect.
pretty sure Deerelect.
All right. This was one of the maps I think I played like straight off beta.
Yeah,
Yeah.
this is one of like the day ones and through the beta. I like it quite a bit for just a pub map. Like you have the train area inside. Like there's a lot of like nice places to go into, and the lanes are also very like it's very like what's the word? I guess like they're substantial. It's just a nice map. It's a good day one map. For me, I'd say that's like a B tier map. What about you, Huck?
For me, I can't stand it. I hate it. I don't even care that it's based off West Virginia. It sucks. I hate it. It's just nothing but a funnel for me with your normal 3-lane map, but they're just so close together. You can stand on like one of the trains with an LMG and just mow down 6 people without moving.
And see, that's why it's fun.
For pubs, I can say that, but since I've got into the competitive COD, pubs have been ruined for me. So now I look at everything from a competitive standpoint, and I hate it.
Alrighty.
But-
So what's the overall ranking for it though?
Well, we'll put it at B because I mean it's good for pubs. If it was a ranked map, I'd put it at straight D.
Alrighty. What's this next one? Protocol maybe? I can't tell from the image. I think it.
No, I can't
No.
remember what that one's called. It's there's a watchtower you can get up in.
It's kind of hard with the images. I kind of wish they labeled them. Because on one screen I have the image, and then on the other screen I just have a list of all the maps that I'm looking at.
Let me see if I can pull it up on the. Is it on the one that I'm looking at? No, it's not.
That or is it Extraction?
That may be right.
It looks like Extraction now that I'm looking at it.
It is Extraction. I got.
Right.
Okay, I got the list up.
It's another small map.
Yeah, it's not as small as the other maps. I don't mind it. I think it's a B for me. It's got, it's a good balance of mid and close range, depending on what game mode you're playing. It's good for snipers. It's good for ARs. It's good for subs if you're inside the hangar. I think it's a balanced map. The only thing I hate about it is that there's like this little underground tunnel you can go under and just get from one side of the map to the other. I don't like secret. So that's my only critique on it.
I'll agree with Huck's take.
Alrighty. I can't tell what this next one is from the image. It
I
looks
think
like
that's.
skate park.
Is that grind? Is that
Yeah,
grind?
I was gonna say it looks like grind or skate park.
Grind is. Oh, it's a map I hold dear to my heart. Good old Black Ops 2 days. For me, if this was Black Ops 2, it was definitely an S tier for me. But, obviously we didn't have the movement and everything we have in this game. Everything's so much more fast paced. I think for BO6, it's at an A tier for me.
I agree with that take.
Alrighty. Nice agreement. No argument.
Peaches, you can't always agree with what I say.
Well, see, some maps I'll have differing opinions. If I hear you, I feel like I'll hear you spew some trash on this next one, and I'll have to correct. But for the past few, I've agreed with.
Started on Hacienda.
I was supposed to say,
All right, let's hear.
No way you're getting me to pronounce this at all correctly.
What is it?
This next map, the one that starts with H. There's no way I am pronouncing that correctly whatsoever.
Hacienda.
So let's hear your takes, Huck.
I hate it. I can't stand it.
It looks like an R6 map.
I think this is one of the better maps, and I say that because, especially for hardpoint, it's a very good hardpoint map. You have good. You have, a solid group of money hills along with your nice little ones that you want to contest and just keep white. Money hills for this one I consider are P2, P4. I don't think P3 that's kind of like a give and a take, but I think honestly this to me is an A tier map.
For Control, it's terrible.
Search, Control. If there was trash, I'd throw it in there.
For Search, I really don't mind. I don't care for it either. Hardpoint, it's a good mode for it, but everything else is just mid to me. I say B, just because it's an OG map from I think Black Ops 4. And,
B at 4.
I think it's a B for me, but if you want to put it at A for Peaches, that's fine with me too.
All right. I'll for this one I'll put it at B because I think I put Peach's last one the rank higher.
I'd say put it high B. Put it in front of the little derelict.
First
on
of all,
B.
this list is really generous for only going down to D. So I'm surprised there's no F or just trash category.
Oh,
I have no idea what this next one is, to be honest with you. I'm
What
looking
is
at
that
images
one?
and I can't tell what it is.
I've got the what is it?
I think that one's another pub map.
It is, but I can't figure out.
Is it
where.
Low Town
Hideout.
Payback? I'm looking
No.
at two different images.
It's Hideout.
All right.
Hideout.
Yeah, it's another pub map.
Oh yeah. I see it.
It's not bad. I think I've only played it in pubs and Search and Destroy. I don't think I've ever played it on anything else. It's a good search map. I like it. It's balanced. You could definitely run sub or AR or even a sniper in some scenarios. I think it's a decent map.
I think it's your average, pub map. I'd say high C, low B.
All right. What's the final call?
Your call, Peaches.
Let's throw it in good old C.
C. All right. Here we go. Next one.
C's get degrees.
This
Can
one
you
has to be
add-
Low Town.
It is, yes, Low Town. Can you add the F tier? Because if so, that's where this one's going.
I could add it in post production, but for now, the lowest I could put it in is D.
Okay, that's fine. Put it in D, as far down in the D tier as you can. This map sucks. Yeah, I know it's just gonna. Yeah, I know it's gonna just slide it over, but it's terrible. I hate it. So much water.
You know what? I'll agree with that take. I'll say that was a fair take, even though I've had some very fun moments on that map.
Oh, I freaking slay on it. But as far as like, it's just I hate water maps. I hate them.
So how's this year's Nuketown?
It's just like your standard Nuketown. I mean, nothing's changed about it since freaking Black Ops 1. I mean, for me, it's an S tier map.
But
think
yeah.
say you don't have people using Omni movement to jump off the banister and snipe you from across the map.
Oh no, they definitely do. I'll get slammed because somebody slid forward, dove backwards, 360, no scoped it, and it's just okay. But I mean, I still think it's a great map, even 15 years down the road.
We've yet to have an S tier map, so.
I think
think that's the first one.
The first one? Alright, sweet. And now this next one, I gotta look through pictures to even figure out which
I think
one
that's
this is.
Payback.
Yeah. It's Payback. It's the same image.
I didn't.
Has some fun spots.
Yeah, it's good for search. I like it for that,
Mhm.
and I think the only reason I played it a whole bunch is because when they were still deciding the map pool for the CDL, we scrimmed it a bunch for challengers, and I enjoyed it. I think it's it's definitely a 3-sub 1 AR map if you're looking at it that way, but
The
I don't
two
mind
control maps for CDL, not just.
I consider it a B tier.
Yeah, I don't mind B tier for Payback.
All right, B tier, sweet. Now this one's Protocol. I messed it up earlier, but this one is.
If I could swear on this, I would. My feelings on Protocol are absolutely terrible. I hate that map.
Do you really?
So it depends, okay? It's what I like to call it's if you're playing bad, you're gonna get absolutely dumped. If you're playing great and the other team's bad, you're gonna absolutely wax them. It literally, I think this one just showcases who's a ball knower and who's not a ball knower. It's a terrible map, especially with that P4 down in the bottom room, where either you can hold it for the full 60, or if they're a good enough team, they can break it within 5 seconds and you can't even get another lick of time for the rest of the 55 seconds that's on there. I have strong feelings for this one. I say D for trash.
That's crazy. I was gonna put it at B because for competitive, it's one of the AR's dreams maps. It's just you're either up in the windows, you're off of a heli, you're on the little heady P2 or off stone. It's an AR's dream for a competitive map, in my opinion. I like it. It's a B for me.
So to balance it out, should we put it at C?
Yeah,
Right in the
I
middle
think
works
that's a
for
fair
me.
take.
Now is this one red card?
Yeah.
Yes.
Alrighty, I'm getting better.
What's your take on this, Huck?
At the very beginning of the season, I hated this map. I still don't particularly like it so much, but I always end up slaying out when we play it. I'll always have around 40 to 50 kills on this map. So for me, I feel like it has to be a B tier, just the way I play it, and it's just another one of those maps that it's just an AR's dream. It's so wide open.
No, yeah, I agree with the B tier, because this is the first map that we really started. I remember during our first couple scrims, we'd get waxed, and then whenever we started doing better, it was because of this map, and this map kind of started us improving. I remember I think our first ever maps we won in scrims were on red card, and they were dominant map wins too.
Yeah, because everybody would always veto red card. Nobody wanted to play it early in the year, and we would always be the ones that would just slay on it.
Now the other West Virginia map, I believe, is Rewind.
Rewind. Ugh.
A map that they thought was gonna have some competitive potential, but got
Both West
removed.
Virginia maps got a from Huck, so.
I can't. This map, when they had it in for control, was terrible. It made me want to just turn off my PC and just take the 3-minute ban. But Hardpoint, it was good. It was hectic. I liked it. But I don't know. It's just I get flashbacks from like what's that map from Modern Warfare 2, the border map?
Oh yeah.
Because like every time I spawn, I feel like I got blown up by a car. There's a lot of cars that just blow up, especially on like power spots where you just hold with an AR. I feel like just somebody would drop a grenade at my feet and kill me. But I don't hate it. I think it's a low B, high C in my opinion. It's definitely a sub. I think it's better for a sub in my opinion.
No, yeah, I agree with the B take. Like it's a very weird map, and especially like whenever they were talking about it being competitive, and I think we played this in like the LAN. I think we played Rewind in the LAN.
Yeah, I think we played Rerun Search in the LAN.
And especially like I remember scrimming hardpoint on this map, like getting over to like the little like KFC area, like in crossing like the road, like having to like maintain like it's just way too open and just way too chaotic. It's not a good map.
It seems like BO6 is just a B tier game at this point. But
what is it? Your mic cut out a little bit.
Oh man, I was about to say it sounds like BO6 is a B tier game at this point.
It's
yeah.
At the beginning, I was very like hesitant to like get my hopes up for this game because like everybody was like, "Oh, if you liked Cold War, you're gonna love this game." I hated Cold War. I couldn't stand it. And then Randy was like, "Well, then you're probably not gonna like this game." And then I'm actually having fun. I don't know it's whether they're actually slaying out in this game or it's just an actual fun COD. I think it's a little bit of both. I think it's definitely going to be an A or B tier game. The Omni movement was definitely a great addition. I liked it. But I think it's getting a lot better because the last 2 games were just horrendous.
I was honestly scared for the Omni movement. I felt like that was either going to be like a great change or it's just going to throw every like competitive player on their head for like the first year.
Right. No, I think it was a good addition. I think everybody adjusted to it pretty well.
But next we have Scud.
Another pub map.
Yeah, I'll let you take the lead on this, Peach.
D. Solid D. Just terrible map. I tried going for Sniper's Gold here, like, and it, like, I think I needed like 2 more kills to get my gun gold, and it took me forever. It's just such a terrible map, and especially with the hills, like it has one like in this building, like, and the spawns are whack on this one. There were so many times where I would just stand where somebody got spawned on. This is a D in my opinion.
I see. This is my favorite pub map. I love this map. I think it's a great map. I don't know why. I think it's great.
Alright.
There's definitely like a lot of lanes where people just hold with snipers and that can get annoying. But as far as like a good spaced out pub map, in my opinion, I think it's good. I would put it at B for just to balance it out. But for me, it's an A. I love it.
Would y'all want to put it in the middle where like C-ish?
Yeah, or you could actually put it in the very back of B. Very back. Yep, worst B.
The worst B. This is the map I see the most, in my opinion, when I look at Black Ops 6. Skyline.
I like, as far as like competitive maps, I think this is my favorite.
I agree with that one.
It's hectic. It's small. It gets you more involved. It's definitely not your like normal. I mean, I guess it technically is 3 lanes because you got your cat down the middle and you got kitchen, you got through pool. But I mean, it's very close together to where it doesn't feel like 3 lanes. But for a competitive like hardpoint map and search map, I think it's a good one. I'm putting it at A for me.
You know what? I agree with you on this, but I'm gonna have to say I think it's an S tier. I think like
S
it's
tier.
I think out of every competitive map, that's the best competitive map. And I don't know. I think it's a solid S tier.
All right.
You know, I'm not mad to put it at the back. Well, I guess I can't say the back of S because there's only one other one. But yeah,
All right.
I'm not mad at it.
Uh,
For competitive, it's definitely an S tier for this game. I'm not gonna say over the whole all of competitive COD in general, it's an S tier map. But for BO6, it's an S tier.
No, yeah.
We got
That's fair.
Subsonic, that's another pub map. It's really just like a 2-lane map. You got your hangar, and then you got outside the hangar. It's not bad, but for like, I don't know. I think it's a C tier for me. It doesn't play very well because people just like to hang back and shoot from a distance.
No, yeah, I agree with the C tier.
C tier, all right. I know a lot of people have a lot of mixed feelings about this one. What about Vault?
Dude, Peaches, I'll let you take the lead on this one.
Vault, I enjoy it. Only problem that I have with Vault is that like it has two humongous money hills. You know, you have P2 and then you have P4. P4 like I think P4 is worse to like try to like recapture than P2 is. I think P2 is like less of a money hill than P4, but I don't know. Very open, not a subs map at all. You want to have like 3 ARs almost all the time, except whenever you hold a hill and you can have a sub, like switch back to a sub. I'm gonna say a B.
I think the only time that you should have a freaking sub out is for, or like more than one sub out, is like P1. I think that's really the only time that you can really get away with more than one sub, in my opinion. I know there's some cases that I'll pull out the third sub, but I don't think it's really necessary. Yeah, I don't mind it. I think Hardpoint plays really well on this map. Control, I don't really care for. I'm not a big Control guy in general. I think that game mode sucks. Search, I don't mind it. I like Search on that map. But yeah, I think it's a good A or B tier for this game.
So what's the final statement?
I think for competitive, it's an A tier map. But as far as like, you know, if you're just like a pub player, you're probably gonna think it's like a B tier.
This one starts with a V. I don't know how to pronounce it.
It's what is it? Vercuda? Yeah, Vercuda. I hate it. It's the bottom of the barrel. Probably the worst pub map, and it's tied there with freaking Lowtown, in my opinion.
Is it lower than Lowtown? Or is Lowtown going to be the lowest?
Ooh. That's a rough one. Peaches inputs?
I remember having to play 2v2 S&Ds with ex Concord COD legend Mikey Hare Beef. It was a rough. This was a rough map, especially if you didn't like. I got lost on this map so much just by like walking around and like losing my opponents, and like I don't know. This map is terrible to me. I'm gonna say a C.
I agree. Like this map plays so weird, and like you spawn so far away from like any fights or anything. It's just such a big map, but like there's just nothing that makes you feel like you're really involved. I think I could go a whole hardpoint map and maybe have 14 kills. Like it's just not a good map to me.
Well, that was the final one. Do you got any like final statements over your overall listings? Anything you might want to change?
I'm gonna go ahead and say like just rearrange the B list a little bit, and B and C list. I want to put red card first because I think it's a good map. And then move Hossie beside red card, just to keep the competitive ones together, and then move Protocol in the C tier to like the front of C tier, in my opinion.
All right.
That's all I would change. What about
No,
you?
yeah, I agree. I agree with this tier list.
Got any more closing statements before we end it out if I could speak English. That's great.
Nah, I think this is a good list to me.
All
It's a
right.
good balance of freaking competitive and pubs.
How about you, Peaches?
Other than to like, subscribe, follow all of Concord Esports streams that you can find at twitch.tv something Concord Esports.
Flawless.
And you know, stay up to date with all of our content.
All right. I
Yes,
I
sir.
appreciate y'all for doing this video, and that is it.